Hello again, everybody. Harry Boxer, the Technical Trader. At TheTechTrader.com, it's November the 11th. It's 11/11/14, and boy, the market just won't quit. And until it does, we got to keep playing the momentum plays. And let's take a look at some of the stocks that the ones we've liked, traded, and/or put swing trades out on, or just been watching carefully. FLWS, you can see the pattern. After the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 wave advance, it went into a multi-week consolidation. That broke out today. It's now 3 days in a row up, increasing volume, almost 800,000 shares today. That's the biggest volume since the breakout occurred September 2nd. And at this point, I'm looking for more upside, closer to 10. I'm on the current target. Beyond that, 13.5. Groupon. Well, if you look at the overall chart pattern on Groupon, the nice base, the 4-day move, including the breakaway gap, the run up to over 8, getting it up to 806. Then a 4-day pullback this morning, reaching the breakout point, and the 10-day moving average near the 7.25 range, only to spike up towards 788 and close at 780 up 37 cents or 5%. 18.5 million shares indicates to me that the possibility of a base breakout and retest is over. I'll be looking to see whether it can take out that 806 area, but my next target is pushing $9. Let's call it 8 3/4. Beyond that, looking for something around 9 3/4. INSY. Well, this stock's been acting great of late, backing and filling in a nice consolidated manner. If you take a look at the overall chart pattern, bullish. But take a look at this. You have a low here, a couple tops there, and a couple tops there. So a key line in the sand right there. And today we popped up 446 at 12% on 1.2 million. That's the biggest volume since mid-August. And a double top now at a quadruple top at 43 if taken out should lead quickly to 46.5, 47. That's my next target. ISIS, well, this biotech stock been acting great, of course, all year. It's had multiple 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 waves. I'm only pointing this out because the high volume surge that it hit today, breaking out of the recent resistance here, in that zone, this little flag pattern broke out with a thrust. If it continues, the stock may very well get into the mid-50s, 56, and then retest the spike high from February, can go all the way up to 62. So 56 and 62 are your targets. JRJC popped through the declining top side through the 50 and lateral resistance all in one fell swoop today, with a breakaway gap and volume of 10 million. Best volume since August. So maybe something's going on there, but looking for a target, sit yourself around 950, 2 points. Light in the box, LITB, nice 2-day surge. Took this stock, 3-day surge actually, took it from the 6.5 range to the high today of 8.5. Backed off to close marginally higher, up 36 cents or a little less than 5%. 2.5 million though is the biggest volume since July, and coming on a breakout across double top resistance and out of the base pattern, looks to me like it may take a run on this one near the 9.25 area. That's my target. OMER, after the explosive move out of the falling wedge or 3-wave corrective pullback channel, this big move here resulted in a rising flag, which then broke away today to the upside, up 156 or 9%, 1.1 million, the biggest volume in about 7 or 8 sessions. Now I'm looking for the longer term pattern to come into play and have the stock move up towards the 25 area. OVAS, boys, this has been looking interesting of late. Take a look at the resistance right there. This goes back a couple years. Well, we broke through it and are continuing to run. The long-term chart shows this is post-IPO all-time highs. One must take a pattern drawer right there, and you can see that the top of the channel is accelerated up and out. We're through that now. Well, we're right at it or near it, but we could get an accelerated move to the high 20s right now. PGNX up against key resistance has had a nice move this week, taking it from 4 days, or in the last few days anyway, 4.5 to 6.5. And there is some lateral resistance right in this area, but looking at the top of this channel and the lines drawn right there, I could see the stock making it on an extension move up towards just under 7 maybe. Watch for that tomorrow. PTX breaking out of a consolidation zone which took about 3 or 4 weeks to develop. After the breakout, retest, and retest again, we spiked up. You can look at the way the pattern looks. I'm looking for 13.5. REX put a swing on this today as this massive left shoulder, head, right shoulder complex combination, a rounding bottom. At the neckline, broke through it with a breakaway gap today. That's always good to see with 12.9 million. Never hurts to have a solid volume day. And looking for a run at the 46.5 area first, and then 50 and 55. TASR, multiple contract awards. The stock is running. It now hit just under 20 today. This high up in this zone back in February was 2083. I think we're going to test that, maybe get to 22.5 short term. The VIM micro. You can see the consolidation has been taking place. I like the reversal today. Look at the low, right on the 50, right on the trend line, and reversed from a low of 855 to 950, closing 938. Up only 3 cents, but the positive day today was important. Look at the resistance on this one over the last 3 weeks, 2.5 weeks. We can get this one above, say, 970. I think it starts to run and retest the 52-week highs up at the 11.5 3/4 range. Then beyond that, 14. And lastly is XON. Interexon had a big day today as it jumped 237 or 11%. 2.7 million, that's what got me the big volume out of today. The declining top line was broken a couple weeks ago, and then it pulled back to test it, and then broke back out again. Watch this level at 26.5. If we get through that, I can see the stock making it up towards 29.30. All right, everybody, this is HB signing off. Have a good evening.